Hi everybody, Molly here. Thank you for joining me as we take a look at the Virgo New Moon, which is exact on August 30th, 2019 at 6:36 a.m. That's Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So as always, you'll want to adjust for your location on the planet. Now we have a very focused new moon energy here with all of these planets lined up in Virgo. This is called a stellium, when you have multiple planets all conjunct together in the same astrological sign. So you can see we have Mercury at 2 degrees of Virgo. The Sun and the Moon are conjunct at 6 degrees of Virgo, 46 minutes. Mars is at 7 degrees of Virgo, 46 minutes, and Venus at 11 degrees of Virgo, 13 minutes. So all of this brings a lot of energy and focus to the Virgo area of your chart, specifically the first decan, and specifically at the 6 and 7 degrees, because there's a lot of energy here that's ready to go, that's ready to move forward. Now, we of course have the Sun and the Moon conjunct, where the Moon has traveled back around to meet up with the Sun. They hug, they reunite, they get together on the same page in Virgo, and now they're joined by Mars. Mars is right there at 7 degrees of Virgo, and Mars is an activator. Mars says, let's go, let's get moving, let's get done. Mars is how we take action in the world, how we take action physically, how we're ready to be productive. So this new moon has a lot of go, go, go to it. And not only is it because of these energies, but it's also due to this trine from Uranus at 6 degrees of Taurus retrograde. And Uranus brings up what's exciting and what's new. There is a sense of change, breakthroughs, things busting through to be liberated. This Uranus energy is working directly with the Sun, the Moon, and Mars, and there's a sense of try something fresh, try something new, or even anything you've put on the back burner. Now you're going to have a sense of renewal, reignition, ready to go. Perhaps new ideas about it with this Mercury, and a sense of what you're ready to plan for next. Virgo energies help us prioritize, edit, put things in order, become more efficient, improve. What in your world is ready to be put into a new order or system that can be truly realistic, practical, and get the job done. See, this is a back to school, back to work, back to the desk, time to focus energy. And this new moon is asking you to look at what your priorities are. So wherever this energy is showing up for you, whichever house in your natal chart, whichever house or houses, it's where you're here to focus on these Virgo qualities right now. Because there's a sense of it's time to really get things into shape, make it functional, and also look at what needs to go. There's a cutting out with Virgo of I don't need that, that's not important, there's too much. We need to only focus on the details, the specifics, and minimizing. So there's a minimizing here, which you could find in terms of your priorities right now. But also the Virgo energy pertains to your physical body, your daily routines, your daily responsibilities. So our energy is drawn to where we need to take care of things and perhaps look for some new ways of doing that. Uranus and Taurus is opening us up to new value systems. What really matters to us? What do we want to put effort or energy towards? What has your name on it? And this can all be changing right now. So there's a sense of we're shifting what matters to us, what our values are. And that energy now is working with all these Virgo planets. They're going to put it into action, especially with this Mars conjunct the Sun and the Moon. Now keep in mind, Mars can also be anger. It can be a sense of I have to do it my way. There's a strong determination here with this Virgo new moon. So there's really a sense that you're ready to take off and move towards what you've learned about yourself with all those energies of July and August. July were the eclipses. August, we had the strong energies in Leo. Now we organize it, make it practical, and know what to do with it. And you could be receiving the inspirations around that as well. Now, our planets have a very interesting journey after this new moon, because they're going to move forward. And as they move later through the degrees of Virgo, they're going to interact with the other planets in a very interesting manner. And in this lineup, it'll actually be the moon that will go through these energies first, since the moon will be traveling the fastest. And what's going to happen is that as the moon gets to 14 degrees of Virgo, it's going to trine Saturn at 14 degrees of Capricorn retrograde. This is also where the south node is. And that trine stabilizes something and gives you clarity about a commitment you're making. Then the moon is going to make a square to Jupiter at 15 degrees of Sagittarius, which could feel like overwhelm or something's too big and you don't know what to do with it. You had a plan, you had an understanding, and now this Jupiter energy expands it and says, what about this? What about that? What about this? And you're like, but that's not what I was focusing on in Virgo. In Virgo, I was focusing on 1, 2, 3. Jupiter and Sag brings in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So watch out for overwhelm, extremes, anything being bigger than it really truly is. This could test your resolve, and it happens right after this stabilizing Saturn energy. So this is an interesting pairing here, where you're like, do I stick with what I already committed to, or do I go bigger? Then, as the moon and every planet gets to 17 degrees, it opposes Neptune at 17 degrees of Pisces, which says, I just need a break. I just need some time off. I don't want to force it, and I can't even force it if I tried. Because this Neptune and Pisces is a surrender. It says, let's call it a day. I'll come back tomorrow and take a look at this. Because this says to give up what you're attached to, and don't be too focused on the particulars. Virgo, details, right? And the sense of, I have to make it happen. I have to make it better. What can I do to make it work? Neptune says, sometimes the best things you can do is have a good night's sleep. Okay? So every planet in Virgo is going to oppose Neptune and Pisces, which is a take a break from all the work. Because I feel like the end of August, beginning of September, it's a work hard energy and stay focused, make progress, very efficient, very motivating, truly very motivating. And this is concrete progress until those planets get to 17 degrees and they oppose Neptune in Pisces, which is where you just put your feet up, you enjoy some downtime, and also it balances your energy. This returns you to the fact that you can only do so much. There's a bigger energy force at play. There's a bigger energy force bringing things together. You can feel really responsible for everything here. With all this Virgo, you can be very hard on yourself. You can think it's not good enough. You can develop guilt around what you're not doing. I'm not doing enough. It's not good enough. I need to try harder. I need to work later. So this is a blessing that they're going to oppose Neptune, and you'll have a bigger perspective of it all. Okay? So then after that transit happens, that aspect of the opposition, then each planet is going to make a trine to Pluto at 20 degrees of Capricorn. And this trine, even though Pluto's retrograde and is working with us internally around our inner power, our inner authority, what we're claiming for ourselves, this Pluto trine to the Virgo planets, to 20 degrees, Pluto brings in the power for the long term, the long haul. Stay with it. If this really serves you, if you really want this, if this truly resonates with who you are now, what you're developing and growing, as well as what you've left behind, Pluto supports you in this work. Because Virgo is where we're working for something on a daily basis to make it a reality. And these planets in Capricorn are the bigger picture, long-term commitment, and also the rewards and sense of accomplishment that comes from staying the course and doing the work. So we have a sense of new commitments showing up here. And this Uranus energy means it could be different than what you thought it would be. You know, you get some new, I feel it as like a very energizing energy that comes through that makes it click sooner. It's almost like those things you put on the back burner and you weren't sure what to do with it and you just waited it out. Well, now the waiting game is over and there could be even better solutions that happen because you waited, because now there's timing and support here for moving things ahead and the progress that's ready to be made. And it could all happen faster because of this strong focal point on the earth signs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 earth signs in this chart, plus the south node, means that it's really a time of making progress in your world, in your life, with everything that we do in our physical lives, our physical world, and also seeing some rewards from that, concrete rewards showing up. This is a very focused new moon. It's very powerful. It feels very encouraging, very positive, very uplifting. Stay in balance with the fact that you're going to need breaks. You can't do it all. You need to sleep, you need your downtime, but you also need to maintain a connection to spirit. Spirit, source, God, the universe, that's reminding you that all you have is the present moment. And all you're responsible for is the present moment, even though there will always be more tasks and errands and chores to do. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Give yourself a break. And I feel a power surge coming through as every planet in Virgo gets to 20 degrees and trines Pluto and Capricorn. It feels really strong. In September, Saturn is going to station direct September 18th. At 13 degrees and 55 minutes of Capricorn. That's going to turn around the energy around. By then, Saturn will no longer be traveling with the south node into October. And then Pluto stations direct October 3rd at 20 degrees. So there's an energy change really coming with these Capricorn planets in October. And now you're getting more specifics about your mission and the actual work you need to complete and do. And you're remembering to hand it off to spirit as necessary. I also feel like this Jupiter is important because, again, Jupiter can overwhelm. But this chart means it's really about the earth signs right now. So stay positive. Maintain faith in yourself and what you're working on, building, and creating. There's a sense of moderating here, which Jupiter and Sag does not do very well. But that's going to be part of the test, is how you can moderate your energy and stay in a place of groundedness and centeredness. The other strong theme with this chart, all the Virgo, is in the body. Listening to your body's messages. What is your body telling you? Anything around self-care is very strong in Virgo. Healing modalities, anything with your physical self, nutrition, diet, lifestyle changes, exercise, eating, allergies, food changes, all of that is very strong. And you might realize there's some things that you're ready to shift with this Virgo new moon in order to support a healthy lifestyle that you're really ready to commit to. So all in all, a very strong, powerful Virgo new moon that is getting us back to work on our mission, on our intentions, and on what we're here to develop in the physical world. Make the most of this time. Truly, you might feel you get more done in a day than you could do in a week. And in 2 weeks, we'll have the Pisces full moon, which is definitely about taking a break, allowing yourself some downtime, and giving yourself a rest. So in practical terms, I would use these 2 weeks, beginning with this August 30th new moon, to make a lot of progress. And by the full moon, you'll definitely be ready for a break, and it will be well deserved. So thanks for joining me, friends. So happy to share this energy with you. And I'd also like to say a sincere thank you for all of you who have subscribed, commented, and liked my YouTube channel. I've only been doing my channel for 1.5 years, and it's just a joy to connect with so many of you who are interested in astrology. Know that below this video, I teach some astrology courses if you want to learn more. And you can also find out about the weekly transits class that I teach, where every week we talk about the transits in your chart. So if you want to follow along with these transits on a more regular basis, that might be a good option for you. All right, so thank you so much. I'll see you back here soon for the Pisces full moon. And you can also listen in to my podcast, which is live every Monday and Wednesday. Thanks, friends, and I'll see you back here soon.